With the Montreal Canadiens after the red-hot 8-2-2 start they are so far this season, fans and analysts alike can't help but praise the work Marc Bergevin has done with this team. And a big reason why they are so successful this season is because of the acquisitions he made in the offseason. I would like to talk about four of the main players that Marc Bergevin picked up in the offseason that have really contributed to the Montreal Canadiens' success. And I myself would like to dub them the Bergy bunch, and give an honorable mention to Corey Perry as well. I could easily put him in this video as well, but I'm going to talk about the four main players that Marc Bergevin picked up in the offseason and how they have contributed to the Montreal Canadiens. And up first, we have the red-hot Jake Allen, who in 5 games played has a 4-1-0 record, technically could be 5-0-0. His one loss is a 1-0 shutout loss to the Calgary Flames, where the team couldn't score in front of him. You can't win a game as a goalie if the team doesn't score. He has a phenomenal .940 save percentage, a 1.81 goals against, so he's under 2 goals against. He's stopped 140 of 149 shots faced, and he has been absolutely solid, bringing in A-tier level, absolute A-tier level backup goaltending to Carey Price, letting Carey Price be well rested, and so far Carey Price has been a little bit off this season, so the rest is warranted for Carey Price, and that will help Carey Price get back on his game, and we all know a well-rested Carey Price is an elite goaltender, and I have no problem, I definitely have 100% faith that Carey Price will be phenomenal this season, and Jake Allen is a big part of it. He's a big part of the Habs' success, and so far what I've seen from Jake Allen, I've absolutely loved. Some people in the offseason were complaining about how much the Habs were spending on goaltending. Look at what we're getting out of it. It's worth it, guys. Jake Allen has been awesome. And up next, an absolutely excellent defenseman this year for the Montreal Canadiens, helping Jeff Petrie elevate his game, is Joel Edmondson, acquired from the St. Louis Blues, the same team Jake Allen was acquired from this offseason. Edmondson, a former Cup winner like Jake Allen himself, in 12 games played, has 1 goal, 3 assists, but that's not what's very impressive about Joel Edmondson. We're not expecting a ton of points from Joel Edmondson. He's had fights, he's laying down a ton of hits, his plus-minus is awesome, his overall defensive work is awesome, he's elevating Jeff Petrie's game, he has a plus 14 rating and 8.3 shooting percentage, he's playing 18 minutes and 15 seconds per game, he has 18 blocks and 24 hits, and one thing Edmondson did this year that really endeared himself to me and other Habs fans is after Yoel Armia got hurt after a Tyler Myers hit in the Vancouver game, the very next game, Joel Edmondson came out and laid an absolute beating on Tyler Myers. This shows that the Montreal Canadiens will not be pushed around this season. We have big, tough, strong guys like Joel Edmondson and the guy I'm going to talk about next. And the guy I'm going to talk about next has been absolutely phenomenal so far for the Montreal Canadiens. And the third member of the Bergy bunch, and definitely not one of the least most important, he's been absolutely solid for the Habs this year. He's brought so much crucial play to the Montreal Canadiens this year, and his game-winning goals indicate that alone, and the percentages he's put up. He got traded from Max Domi this offseason. Max Domi got traded from Montreal to Columbus for Josh Anderson, and Josh Anderson has been absolutely lights out playing with the Montreal Canadiens. He was coming off a down year, coming off injury. He got a risky contract. Some fans complained about it. Some fans said it wouldn't be worth it, but so far, God, does it ever look worth it. In 12 games played, Anderson has 8 goals, 2 assists, 10 points. He's a plus 6. He has 1 shorthanded goal and 3 game-winning goals. So out of the Habs' 8 wins, Anderson has 3 game winners in those 8 wins. A phenomenal 21.6 shooting percentage. He's averaging only 14 minutes a game, and he's putting up those numbers. 14 minutes and 14 seconds a game is what Josh Anderson is playing, and he already has 10 points. And he has 27 hits and 7 blocks to go along with that. He has phenomenal chemistry with Nick Suzuki and Jonathan Drouin. He adds that goal-scoring edge that the Montreal Canadiens need. He has a ton of speed for a big guy. He hits a ton. He's nasty. He's a player that opposing players hate to play against, and everything I've seen from this guy so far, I've absolutely loved. Josh Anderson has been lights out in Montreal. But last but certainly not least, a guy who's been even more lights out than Josh Anderson, well, at least when he plays the Vancouver Canucks, because he has destroyed the Canucks this year, is Tyler Toffoli. What a signing by Marc Bergevin this offseason. What a value signing. How this guy never got more than $6 million this offseason blows my mind, especially what he was doing for Vancouver at the end of last season. Bergevin brought him in, got him for a good deal, got him for a couple of years, and this year he is absolutely shining in Montreal. Tyler Toffoli has 100% elevated his game. He's in the top 5 in scoring right now in the NHL in goal scoring. He's averaging a point per game, over a point per game, has an excellent plus minus, What is there not to like about Tyler Toffoli, and especially when he plays the Vancouver Canucks? In 12 games played, Tyler Toffoli has 9 goals, 4 assists, 13 points, a plus 14 plus minus rating, 3 power play points, 1 shorthanded goal, 21.4% shooting percentage, an average time on ice of 16 minutes and 40 seconds. He has 3 blocks and 9 hits, all in only 12 games played. Absolute value from Tyler Toffoli. This guy has been on fire in Montreal. He's brought the best out of Jesperi Kotkaniemi. And when Yoel Armia had to leave the lineup, a guy who he had a ton of chemistry with, Corey Perry comes in, and Tyler Toffoli has a ton of chemistry with him as well. Like I said, I had to give Corey Perry an honorable mention. He didn't play every game this season for the Montreal Canadiens. He wasn't considered a huge offseason acquisition, but he's come in, he scored a few goals, and brought solid penalty killing, solid power play, net front presence as well. So far, the Bergy bunch has been awesome in Montreal. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment in the comment section of what you guys think of the Habs so far this season. To me, they look like a Stanley Cup contender. And of course, I'm going to have to mention Alexander Romanov and other players like that. But I'll do another video about that as well. This is S2H, guys. Over and out.